You're in the final week before the new year comes. So, a period of time which is filled with good intentions, right? So, you're here, you've made all the resolutions, you're ready, you're pumped. You even bought a fancy notebook that will be ignored by January the 2nd. But let's be honest, last year, you also had 47 goals and completed. And one of those was to finish fixing the holes in your socks. Okay, now I'm not saying motivation is like Wi-Fi, disappearing at random, but sometimes it feels like my motivation router just blinked out of existence. So that's when I found out about this book. The book is called Get It Done: Surprising Lessons from the Science of Motivation, a research-based roadmap for turning ambitions into actions instead of "Great, I'll start Thursday." This isn't another book telling you to just want it harder. No, it digs into why motivation seems to evaporate the moment you sit down to work. The author is Ayelet Fishbach, a professor of behavioral science and marketing, which means that she studies humans trying to get their stuff done for a living. She was born in Israel and grew up in a communal kibbutz where private property was pretty much a myth. So imagine that. Hey, can I borrow your lunch? Why, yes, here's everyone's lunch. Which is exactly the kind of social motivation experiment I wish my college roommate had. That upbringing, where cooperation ruled but personal goals were trickier, probably nudged her into studying why people actually do what they say they want to do. Fishbach didn't write this to preach. She wrote it because she actually researches motivation, not just quotes from Instagram. She wants to solve the problem many of us feel every year on days leading to the new year, such as December 31st. Like, I really want to do this thing, but I'm pretty sure my motivation is on strike. Her message? Motivation isn't mystical. You can actually engineer it. You just need to know how the science works. Top principles that I like from the book. Principle 1. Motivation isn't constant. It's situation dependent. You don't wait to feel motivated before you act. Fishbach says motivation changes with context, like the switch from later thinking into action now. Principle 2. Celebrate progress, not perfection. If you've ever waited to start until everything was perfect, you're basically invented procrastination with extra glitter. Principle 3. Change the situation, not just the goal. Fishbach shows that changing how we set up environment actually shifts motivation, because your brain says, oh, okay, that's doable. Principle 4. The dreaded middle problem. Here's the real killer. Start strong, end strong. But in the middle, motivation dips like a roller coaster on a rainy day. She teaches ways to make the middle more memorable and doable. Quick start action steps. If you're watching this on December 30th or a few days before the New Year's, here's how to kick off the New Year the right way. Step 1. Pick one priority goal, not 47. Your brain has limits after all, and socks with holes are not that priority. Step 2. Define a tiny first action. So tiny your brain will say, that's cute, I can do that. Step 3. Mark small wins visibly. A checklist on your notes app, because seeing progress fuels motivation. Step 4. Change your situation. Put your work area somewhere you don't immediately check Instagram. Step 5. Expect motivation to dip and be ready for it, because that middle slump is like a plot twist in every good Netflix series. In closing, here's the truth. You don't need more goals. You don't need secret motivation hacks. You don't need a glow up overnight. You need a strategy that helps your brain actually follow through. And this book gives you exactly that. Motivation that's designed, not wishful thinking. So let's make the new year the year that you intend to succeed, even if sometimes your best strategy is a tiny step and a really good playlist.